Bled Castle is one of the top wedding venues in the world, castle venues in particular. And why it's so spectacular is, of course because of the architecture, but mainly about the views. Imagine having this white gown, spread along this terrace, your husband, newlyweds, and then the photographers either take the photos from above or from that side, and it's one of those fairy tale photographs, that really a lot of women, but not only women, also men, dream of having.
So here you have weddings.
Yes, most of the weddings actually happen under the lapidarium, so this is this stone arch. Or on the big terrace there.
And we can see now a lot of people. It's always like that.
Most of the time, at least during summer, there are a lot of people here. But even if we do make a wedding, we make sure that the tourists are kept separate. Of course, Bled Castle is a national monument, a cultural monument of national importance, and free access to visitors, that's our primary task. Weddings come second. So basically, the couple have their own area, but there are other people here cheering for them, complimenting their dress, being like that extra wedding guest, like crashing their wedding a little bit. But after 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, the castle closes. And after 8, the wedding party, they are here alone. So it's their castle after 8.
And how often on weddings people have this wonderful dessert?
Oh, the cream cake, our famous Bled kremšnita. If they decide to have like a reception at the Blejska restaurant, so at the Bled Castle restaurant, the kremšnita, the Bled cream cake, is one of the typical desserts that they offer. It is one of those desserts that not only Bled but even Slovenia is famous for. Yeah.
I suppose it's wonderful, and it's something really special when we have weddings in this special place. If, for example, I'm married and I would like just to have fun a little bit and to have this royal weddings, I can do this like a symbolic wedding.
Sure. If you're already married, you can come here for a vow renewal. We do that too. Some couples who either got engaged here or got married in Bled, come here and have a vow renewal after, 10, 20, 30 years. It hosts all kinds of events. And even if there is a vow renewal, I can make like a personalized speech. They include their customs, It's lovely when people get married.
Yeah.
But when they decide to do a vow renewal, this is the actual proof that they kept their promise.
Yeah.
Let's say it's relatively easy to say I do, but it's hard to keep that promise. So if they come back after 10 years, perhaps after, they've seen their share of the bad days and the good days, and they still choose each other.
Yeah.
This is really strong. This is really big. Yeah.
I have feeling like we know each other for ages.
Yeah.
And I saw a few pictures and videos and reviews about your profession, and people told also and wrote also that you are like a relative. How it's going that you look like their relative and that you are so open?
That's really nice to hear. First of all, I think people are good, and with weddings or whatever I do, I try to do good. So, and the second of all, I'm a woman, so I'm also very curious. So when a couple comes to me, or when I meet somebody
and
new,
you ask, are you sure?
Not that, but I'm interested in why, what happened, It's like
Okay.
So I try to learn a lot about them, and sometimes, or about the person who I meet. So basically, it's all about just believing that something good will happen, believing that, I'm lucky enough to meet good people, so that other people meet the bad ones, so not me. I'm a bit idealistic in this respect. Yeah. I am. I believe that people are good and that good things are about to happen. So, yeah.
It's always great when we can order services to also like that for wedding, not only like a business, just business service, but when people like you with a big heart do this with the soul and with a big desire to wish you luck and good moments, and you cry very
Yeah,
often.
I do. I'm a crier.
and
I'm a crier.
It's wonderful and incredible. People like you are here on earth.
You know, if you think about what sustains us as a human race, it's relationship, it's closeness, it's humanity, touch, emotion. I think this is what will, I hope for a very, very long time, if not forever, always separate us from, I don't know, artificial intelligence, from, you know.
Yeah.
This is what sets us apart.
What would you recommend for people who would like to get married here? Now, for example, how to prepare? They can come here with guests or also alone, just a couple, or how it can be?
Yeah, ideally, you know, the couple comes first alone, and we have a tour of the castle, and we talk about what they want and what we can offer, and what are the limitations of the space, you know, the restrictions that the castle has. And then, of course, most couples have a wedding planner. And this is what we also recommend, because really a wedding is a complicated event. And with a wedding planner, they can be more relaxed on the day itself.
Yeah.
Someone
That's
else is
this
taking
work.
care of the 80
Yeah.
people who, you
Yeah.
know, don't listen and don't want to move when they should move. So we always encourage this. But we try to get the vibe. So to somehow capture the vibe of their love story. We listen to them.
How did start this your story with weddings? Because you are a translator.
I'm a translator. And I'm a teacher. So I taught business English, and I, you know, did all sorts of translations.
First time in my life I see so warm teacher.
Yeah, okay. And then, because Bled has a lot of weddings, you know, a friend of mine, actually a school friend of mine, who was also a wedding planner, called me once and said, I mean, will you interpret a wedding ceremony? And I always thought that this is not something that I could do. You know, I thought, I don't know, you needed to be like, I don't know,
So
a different
universe
profile. So
offers you
the universe offered an
many
opportunity. Yeah. I did say yes. So I put the fear aside and decided to do it. It was a great experience, you know. As you can probably tell, I'm a sucker for feelings and emotions and big things. So when I was immediately hooked by this energy of a wedding. So I did a lot of interpretation afterwards. And once, you know, a couple couldn't get the documents in time, so we were looking for an alternative, a plan B. What can we do? And the planner said, "Can we do a symbolic wedding?" And we did a symbolic wedding. And basically, it just grew. You know, I didn't plan it. There was no business plan. So it's just, I don't know.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, I went with the flow, I guess. When an opportunity knocked, I opened the door.
That's a great phrase. You told you put fear aside. How to understand that maybe it's universe offers you an opportunity, or maybe no, never.
If something happens, you know, people ask you, I don't know, will you do a video? You know, so you have a lot of possible answers.
Yeah.
Hell no, I've never done this. So no. No, it will probably be bad. Fear sometimes helps you to stay in this comfort zone, you know. Okay, I know this dark room, it's my room, you know. But you can also say, why not? Something good might come out of it, you know.
Once I talked to this in my life, and I was totally lucky.
I mean, you came
Yeah.
to Slovenia, probably there were some
Why not?
big decisions. Why not? You know, like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
I think about myself, I talk to an exciting person, you know, we learn something about each other. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
And now, you know, in places where I would before be afraid and very critical of myself, I now say, okay, if the couple is satisfied, if my clients are satisfied, that's good enough for me. And of course, if I do the best that I can do.
Maybe a little bit of philosophy.
Go ahead.
Sometimes we are choosing and looking for something, someone, and we can miss something good or someone good. How would you recommend to understand?
The only thing that really matters is how that person makes you feel. So if it's going to last, and this is also what a lot of couples write, so if it's going to last, you need to feel safe. You need to feel respected. You need to feel worthy. If even at the beginning of the relationship you feel like you constantly need to prove yourself, you know, you need to be beautiful, smart, you know, it might get difficult.
Yeah.
Imagine having to do this for 40 years. We always think that every day should be perfect. It won't be.
Yeah.
It won't
we are
be.
different.
Yeah. And I don't know, to continue with the philosophy, I read somewhere once that, you know, in marriage, it's not about giving 100% every day. No one can give their 100% every day. But both together should have 100%. So perhaps there will be a hard day for you, and you will come home and you will only have 20. Nothing more. I can only give 20%. On those days, I don't know, your husband, your wife should give 80. And there will be days when things will be just the other way around, and you will have lots of energy, and you know,
Yeah.
you will give 100, but the other person will perhaps just give nothing. But it's important that together you still get this.
Balance.
Yeah.
You have a wonderful and exceptional service, like a release ceremony. I heard this first time. What is it? How it's going?
Yeah, you know, it's okay. I love weddings, as it's probably obvious, but the fact is that not all marriages last forever. You know, occasionally people separate, divorce. And when I was witnessing all these beautiful ceremonies that people have when they say I do, I thought to myself how wonderful it would be if we could have a ceremony also when a relationship ends. So how important, how meaningful this would be, you know, for both partners, but also for their kids, you know, for their family and friends. And I put together like a product which I call a release ceremony, because the focus is that we release the ex-partner, let them go, let them free. The ceremony itself consists of 4 parts, which, unlike in a wedding ceremony, the spouse says out loud. So, I thank you. The first statement that they make is thank you. Thank you for everything that you've given me while we were together. Thank you for the kids, thank you for the happy moments, holidays, stuff like this. The second statement is I'm sorry. So I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. The third statement is I let you go, I release you. Go into the world, be free, be loved, be happy. And the fourth one is I release myself.
This one is very important.
This one is very important. I release myself. I let go of my feelings of guilt and disappointment and not being good enough or failing, and I let myself go free into the world, continue with my life, freely embracing other opportunities, other great things that life will bring. So it's not I do not love you anymore, it's about I thank you, I'm sorry, I release you, and I release myself.
Thank you very much for this great talk, and I'm really now deep inside with all thoughts, you know.
I always often do this after weddings, you know, there's like a line that touches me or a thought that touches me, or, you know, I think that we should all think more about this great gift that is life.
Yeah.
It's really a gift. Okay, I know we live in Slovenia, you know, I live in Slovenia, I live in Bled. You know, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to love, to be loved, to be safe, to be healthy. And this is something that we should focus on more than we do on the, you know, bad things. And yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm really touched.
Pleasure. It was really a pleasure. I thought it was going to hurt. It didn't hurt. It felt really great.
Thank you very much.